Ni Arif. Petisyen untuk penerimaan masuk sebagai Peguamcara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya di Seremban. Pendengaran pada hari ini ditetapkan secara sidang video di atas persetujuan pihak-pihak berikutan daripada penularan wabak COVID-19. Pada hari ini Arif, terdapat 6 pempetisyen bagi sesi kali ini. Itu saya memanggil petisyen pertama WA 18-2098-12-2019 Lau Chia Juan. Sila bangun dan perkenalkan diri.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Lau Chia Juan, pempetisyen pertama.
Okay, teruskan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Richard Kok Chiwe hadir bagi pihak pempetisyen Lau Chia Juan. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia adalah Puan Sharifah Nora binti Osman dan yang mewakili Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Sembilan, Encik Muhammad Nazrin bin Ibrahim. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya pohon kebenaran untuk meneruskan prosiding dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Teruskan.
May it please my Lord, your petitioner is the first child of his proud parents, Mr. Lau Seng An and Madam Tan Su Wai. The petitioner hails from a loving family and was born and raised in this wonderful city of Seremban, Negeri Sembilan. It has always been the petitioner's parents' dream for the petitioner to have a professional career. In his effort to fulfill his parents' wishes, and in the petitioner's words, also trying not to be renounced by his loving parents, the petitioner has decided to be a lawyer. He used to say when he was 7. The petitioner enjoys putting his idea to test and find solution to challenges. Although the petitioner thinks that he was not the smartest student in his class, he believes that nothing is impossible if he works hard and persists at whatever he does. My Lord, the petitioner reads law in Cardiff University and is a graduate of class 2015. He also holds a master's in business administration from the same university. In July 2019, the petitioner had the honor of being called to the bar by the Honorable Society of Grazing. The petitioner commenced his pupillage at Messrs. K.H. Wong and Co. under the tutelage of my learned friend as well as former colleague Mr. Wong Kah Hui. During his time at K.H. Wong and Co., your petitioner gained invaluable insight into the legal intricacies and practicalities of civil and corporate litigation under the kind guidance of the principal and lawyers of the firm. Before the pandemic hit, during a physical court hearing, whilst assisting his pupil master, the petitioner was told that this is not a show and that he will be the person submitting at the end of the 9 months. Whilst this has been put on hold, the petitioner looks forward to that day. My Lord, on this special day, your petitioner would like to thank a few people. First and foremost, the petitioner thanks his parents, grandparents, Jin and Zuan, for their unconditional love, encouragement, and financial support, without which he would not be here today. The petitioner's mother is his biggest inspiration and motivation for the petitioner to complete his professional training. The petitioner said that no words can express his gratitude to his family for their guidance and sacrifices that had nurtured the petitioner into the person he is today. Having completed 9 months of pupillage, the petitioner would also want to express his heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to his pupil master, Kahui, for the work experience, guidance, and opportunities in his firm. Secondly, the petitioner's university housemates, as well as his colleagues now, Ms. Ongjiani and Ms. Jess Pang, for their guidance and invaluable advice. His English teacher, Annie Su, Madam Chai, and Dr. Malcolm, his good friends, Justin Liu, Savin, Mingjun, Sanjeev, for their companionship during his school and university days. And lastly, to Thin for being there for him throughout his bar course. My Lord, the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I believe the petitioner's papers are in order, and that my learned friends from the Attorney General Chambers, the Bar Council, as well as the Negeri Sembilan Bar Committee have no objection to this motion. I respectfully move this Honourable Court to admit and enroll the petitioner, Lau Jia Juan, as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Ada bantahan ya, Arif?
Ada bantahan ya, Arif?
Saya dengan ini Pempetisyen diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguambela dan Peguamcara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Much obliged, my lord. I crave leave of the Honourable Court for the petitioner to robe himself.
Yeah, please proceed.
Thank you, my lord.
Much obliged, my lord.
Izin ya Arif, dengan izin ya Arif. Seterusnya petisyen kedua WA 18-1392-09-2019 Nur Syafiqah Nafisah binti Agustono.
Silakan.
Mover bagi petisyen kedua, boleh teruskan Encik Adi.
Baik, dengan izin ya Arif. Saya Adi Zulkarnain bin Zulkafli hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen Nur Syafiqah Nafisah binti Agustono pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia yang diwakili oleh Puan Sharifah Nora binti Osman dari Jabatan Peguam Negara, Encik Muhammad Nazrin bin Ibrahim bagi pihak Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Peguam Negeri Sembilan yang telah pun diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan izin ya Arif, Pempetisyen berusia 27 tahun, merupakan anak sulung daripada 7 adik-beradik, dilahirkan dan dibesarkan di pekan yang membangun iaitu Senggarang yang terletak di Batu Pahat, Johor. Sejak di usia 18 tahun lagi, Pempetisyen telah bercita-cita untuk menjadi seorang peguam syariah. Beliau telah mendapatkan pendidikan awal dalam jurusan Islamic Science dan Contemporary di Islamic International College melalui program diploma fast track selama 2 tahun pada tahun 2012 hingga 2014. Seterusnya, Pempetisyen meneruskan pengajiannya dalam jurusan undang-undang di peringkat ijazah sarjana muda di Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia pada tahun 2015. Setelah tamat pengajian di UKM, Pempetisyen telah memulakan latihan dalam kamarnya di Tuan Muhaji Hazuri dan Ismail di bawah pengajaran Encik Muhaji bin Selamat. Sepanjang tempoh latihan dalam kamarnya, Pempetisyen telah mempelajari selok-belok perundangan Malaysia dengan lebih mendalam lagi. Di hari yang bersejarah ini, Pempetisyen mendedikasikan penghargaan beliau kepada arwah datuk dan neneknya, Encik Yusof bin Luhuri dan Puan Siti Nailatin yang membesarkannya serta ibu bapa dan bapa saudaranya, Encik Agustono bin Muhammad Yusof, Puan Siti Nur Hasni binti Saleh dan Encik Eko Suasono bin Muhammad Yusof di atas segala kasih sayang, bimbingan serta sokongan sepanjang perjalanan. Pempetisyen untuk menjadi seorang peguam. Tiada apa yang lebih menguatkan Pempetisyen selain sokongan dan kepercayaan yang diberikan oleh mereka. Tidak dilupakan juga buat adik-beradik yang dikasihi yang turut sentiasa memberikan sokongan kepada beliau. Penghargaan khas Pempetisyen juga diberikan kepada pengajar beliau iaitu Encik Muhaji bin Selamat yang telah banyak membimbing, mengajar, memberikan banyak pendedahan serta bersabar dengan karenah Pempetisyen. Penghargaan ini juga dipanjangkan untuk seluruh keluarga Muhaji Hazuri dan Ismail, terutamanya Encik Khalid, Salma, Diana dan Ana di atas petunjuk ajar dan nasihat sokongan sepanjang tempoh latihan Pempetisyen di firma tersebut. Pempetisyen juga ingin berterima kasih kepada rakan-rakan baik beliau, Amira, Hafiz, Salma, Farah dan Dejemas atas dorongan yang kuat kepada beliau. Tidak dilupakan juga barisan guru-guru dan pensyarah yang mengajar beliau dan menjadi titik permulaan untuk mencapai cita-citanya. Sekali lagi, Pempetisyen ingin merakamkan penghargaan kepada semua yang telah hadir dalam hidup Pempetisyen. Sesungguhnya Pempetisyen amat bersyukur kepada Allah kerana dipertemukan dengan insan-insan yang terbaik dan pastinya segala panduan dan tunjuk ajar mereka tidak akan disia-siakan oleh Pempetisyen. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa semua surat cara Pempetisyen adalah sempurna dan teratur. Saya juga sesungguhnya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan menurut Akta Pempetisyen Undang-Undang 1976 dan bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili semua badan-badan yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan. Oleh yang demikian, saya dengan rendah diri memohon satu perintah agar Pempetisyen Nur Syafiqah Nafisah binti Agustono diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguambela dan Peguamcara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Ada bantahan ya Arif?
Cik Nazrin?
Ada bantahan ya Arif?
Saya dengan ini memberi perintah seperti berikut. Pempetisyen Nur Syafiqah Nafisah binti Agustono diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang Peguambela dan Peguamcara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Arif. Dengan izin Arif, izinkan Pempetisyen menyarung jubahnya sendiri Arif.
Silakan.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Seterusnya, petisyen ketiga WA 1893-01-2020 Ang King Pei.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Ang King Pei, Pempetisyen ketiga.
Encik Ang,
Silakan. Teruskan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Eng Kian Nam, Peguam Penyusul bagi pihak Pempetisyen P3 Ang Ching Pei pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya, Puan Sharifah Nora dari pihak Peguam Negara Malaysia dan Encik Muhammad Nazrin Ibrahim bagi pihak Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Sembilan yang turut hadir hari ini. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya pohon kebenaran untuk meneruskan hujah saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Teruskan.
If it pleases you, my lord, may I introduce the petitioner today, Ang Ching Pei. The petitioner is the second child of Mr. Ang Chien Su and Madam Lim Li Ling. The petitioner's father is a businessman and her mother is assisting in the business. The petitioner was conferred a Bachelor of Law degree with second-class honour, Division I from University of Leeds, United Kingdom in 2018, and then proceeds to obtain certificate in legal practice. The petitioner commends her pupillage in Merce Chengling and Partners under the tutelage of my learned friend, Madam Maria Cheng Sui Ki. Today, the petitioner wishes to take this opportunity to express her utmost gratitude to her family. She would like to thank her parents, Mr. Ang Chien Su and Madam Lim Li Ling, for the endless tender love and care, financial and moral support, without which she would not have been able to achieve any of the milestones in her life. The petitioner would also like to especially thank her grandfather, grandmother, auntie, sister, and brother for always being there for her to make the tough times more bearable. The petitioner also wished to record her appreciation to her pupil master, Madam Maria Ching Sui Ki, senior partner, Mr. Ling Kok Oi, legal associates, Miss Nicole Tham, Miss Amalina, Miss Amira, and all her colleagues in Ms. Cheng Ling and partners for their guidance and support throughout her pupillage and for making her experience there a memorable and unforgettable one. My Lord, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor for this honorable court. I believe that all the papers are in order and the relevant bodies have no objections. I humbly move this honorable court to admit and enroll the petitioner, Ang Ching Pei, as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Ya, ada bantahan ya Arif?
Beri bantahan ya Arif.
Saya dengan ini memberi perintah seperti berikut. Pempetisyen Ang King Pei diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang Peguambela dan Peguamcara Mahkamah Tinggi Seremban.
Much obliged, my Lord. We pray for the leave for the petitioner to self-rope.
Yes, please proceed.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Izin ya Arif. Seterusnya dipanggil petisyen keempat WA 18-295-02-2020 Manju Tarshini anak perempuan Rajendran.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Manju Tarshini Rajendran Pempetisyen keempat.
Teruskan.
Puan Parameswari tolong unmute. Terima kasih Puan.
Can I start now?
Yes, teruskan.
Okay. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Parameswari Mari, Peguam Pengusul mewakili Pempetisyen keempat, Manju Darshini, anak perempuan Rajendran. Sorry. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Parameswari Mari, Peguam Pengusul mewakili Pempetisyen keempat, Manju Darshini, anak perempuan Rajendran, rakan-rakan bijaksana saya daripada badan-badan berkenaan yang telah pun diperkenalkan kepada Yang Arif. Dengan ini Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran Mahkamah Yang Mulia ini untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, sila teruskan.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif. Your humble petitioner, my lord, Manju Darshini Rajendran, was born on the 19th day of July 1996. Is the second child of Mr. Rajendran and Madam Lalita, who are both teachers by profession. Your petitioner, my lord, attended SMK Putri for her secondary education. In the year 2015, your petitioner enrolled for the University of London External to read law, and she was conferred with the Honours Bachelor of Law degree from the said university in the year 2018. She then subsequently completed the Certificate of Legal Practice in the year 2019. My lord, in February 2020, Your petitioner commenced pupillage at the firm of Mrs. Ilankannan and Co. under the tutelage of Mr. Ilankannan. She had a fulfilling 9 months, and today she would like to express her gratitude to her pupil master, Mr. Ilankannan, for his selfless guidance and for having imparted tremendous amount of knowledge and wisdom. My Lord, for your petitioner and the family, this is a very memorable day, and she wished to thank the most important people in her life. Your petitioner takes this opportunity to acknowledge the few people she is really indebted to, and they are her parents, Mr. Rajendran and Madam Lalita. Special thanks to her grandmother and relatives for the endless care and moral support given to her. Your petitioner also thanks all her teachers and friends for enriching her experiences over the years of studies and pupillage. A special thanks to Miss Gayatri Thomas for sparking and fueling the petitioner's interest towards litigation. Your petitioner also thanks her older sister, Dr. Vidya, whom she looks up to as she was her motivator when she was growing up, and she drew a lot of inspiration from her sister to be a high achiever. In addition, she would also like to specially thank her younger brother, Kamaleshwar, for standing for her through all the ups and downs. Further, your petitioner also has expressed her heartfelt thanks to Pavin and Keshav Sharma for being there during her time of need. My Lord, I believe that your petitioner is a fit and a proper person for the admission to the High Court of Malaya, and I believe all the relevant papers in the petition are in order, and there is no objection from the Attorney General Chambers, Bar Council, and the Negeri Sembilan Bar Committee. And in the circumstance, may I humbly and respectfully pray to this honorable court to admit Manju Darshini Rajendran as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Ya, ada bantahan ya, Arif?
Beri bantahan ya, Arif.
Thank you.
Saya dengan ini memberi perintah seperti berikut. Pempetisyen Manju Darshini Rajendran diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang Peguambela dan Peguamcara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Mahkamah Yang Mulia ini supaya pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Silakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Izin ya Arif. Seterusnya pempetisyen yang kelima, WA 1825702-2020 Chen Ziwei.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Chen Ziwei, pempetisyen kelima.
Teruskan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Eng Kian Nam, Peguam Pengusul bagi pihak pempetisyen P5 Chen Ziwei, dan rakan bijaksana saya Puan Sharifah Nora dari Peguam Negara Malaysia, dan Encik Muhammad Nazrin dari pihak Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Sembilan. Yang Arif, saya pohon kebenaran untuk meneruskan hujahan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Teruskan.
Please, my Lord, May I introduce the petitioner, Chen Si-wei. The petitioner was born on 6 May 1994 and is the daughter of Mr. Chen Kim-lun and Madam Leong Fong-mui. The petitioner's father is a businessman and her mother is assisting in the business. Fast forward to 2016. The petitioner was graduated in honor from University of London. Thereafter, in 2019, she obtains her certificate in legal practice, hence commenced her pupillage in Ms. Fong and Co. under the tutelage of my learned friend, Mr. Yong Wan Fong. My Lord, the petitioner would like to thank all the people who have been instrumental in her journey to become an advocate and solicitor. Especially, I'm most grateful to her parents for their endless moral and financial support in her choice of pursuing a law degree after the high school. The petitioner would also like to express a sincere gratitude to her master, Mr. Yong, for taking the petitioner under his wing and for his commitment and patience in mentoring her the practice of law. Further, the petitioner would also like to thank the other advocates and solicitors from Fong and Co., who are Mr. Fong Kwan Ming, Mr. Liu Sim Fok, and Mr. Teo Ah Kim in guiding her throughout her pupillage in other areas of law. The petitioner also would like to thank all her colleagues in Ms. Fong and Co. for their support and for making her experience there a memorable and unforgettable one. My Lord, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe all the papers are in order and that my learned friends from the AG chambers, the bar houses, and the bar committees respectively have no objections to the motion. I humbly move this honorable court to admit and enroll the petitioner, Chen Si-wei, as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Ya, ada bantahan ya Arif?
Ada bantahan ya Arif?
Saya dengan ini memberikan perintah seperti berikut. Pempetisyen Chen Si-wei diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguambela dan Peguamcara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Much obliged, my Lord. We seek the leave for petitioner to self-robe.
Yes, proceed.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Ya Arif. Seterusnya dipanggil petisyen ke-6 WA 18-2062-12-2019 Syarafana binti Samsul Kamar.
Teruskan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Sarita Ashok Khandar, Peguam Pengusul bagi pihak Pempetisyen Syarafana binti Samsul Kamar. Bersama-sama saya adalah rakan-rakan bijaksana saya dari badan-badan berkenaan yang telah pun diperkenalkan sebelum ini Yang Arif. Yang Arif, saya pohon untuk teruskan hujahan dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Pempetisyen adalah bersama-sama Tuan Saranjit Singh di Kuala Lumpur, di Petaling Jaya.
Ya, saya percaya.
Tetapi dipohon untuk di petition tersebut difailkan di Mahkamah Tinggi Seremban.
Benar Yang Arif, sebab Pempetisyen berasal daripada Seremban Yang Arif.
I see. Okey, teruskan. Teruskan dalam bahasa Inggeris.
My Lord, the petitioner was born on the 28th of March 1996 and is the middle child of Mr. Samsul Kama and Mrs. Wan Nurhana. Although the petitioner was born in Kuala Lumpur, the petitioner was raised in the placid town of Seremban, a home and upbringing she could never access. The petitioner began her secondary education in SMK Puteri Seremban, a place where various skills and aptitudes were developed, and good or otherwise. With a passion for ambition, perhaps it was serendipity when the petitioner chose to read law at University Technology Mara. After 5 years, the petitioner graduated with a Bachelor of Law degree with a second class upper honors, coupled with Dean's List, a feat that her parents yet to believe to this day. To her amazement, she was granted the rare opportunity to complete her pupillage at Mrs. Saranjit Singh, reading in the chambers of the esteemed Mr. Saranjit Singh. In the manner of any decorous ceremony, the petitioner would like to express her deepest gratitude to the very people that has shaped the petitioner, her dearest parents. The petitioner is grateful for their endless love and sacrifice, most importantly, for giving the petitioner the best life that she has never known. The petitioner would also like to thank her beloved siblings, Shazana and Shazwana, for their constant source of entertainment and irritation to the petitioner. The petitioner would also like to thank all her family members, both pleasant and malign, for their support and encouragement. The petitioner takes this opportunity to thank her pupil master, Mr. Saranjit Singh, for all the sage knowledge, wisdom, and sharp humor as he has imparted to the petitioner. The petitioner is beyond fortunate and honored to have read in his chambers and to witness a practitioner who is truly dedicated to his craft. The petitioner would also like to thank her wonderful colleagues at Mrs. Saranjit Singh for their guidance and knowledge in encouraging the petitioner to be a better advocate. She takes also this opportunity to thank her lifelong friends at HC, to Anna, Aina, Anis, Dini, Divya, Fazim, Hatim, and both the Ilhams for their occasional questionable advice and also for coloring her life so beautifully. Finally, the petitioner would like to express her warmest affection for Mr. Daniel Ali for his continual patience and adoration towards the petitioner and her lasting aspirations. My Lord, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and a proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court, and I do trust that all the papers are in order. Further, I believe that my learned friends from the respective bodies have no objection to this motion. I therefore pray that the petitioner, Sharafana binti Samsul Kama, be duly admitted as an advocate of the High Court of Malaya.
Ada bantahan ya, Arif?
Ada bantahan ya, Arif?
Saya dengan ini memberikan perintah seperti berikut. Pempetisyen Sharafana binti Syamsul Kama diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguambela dan Peguamcara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Itu saja bagi hari ini.
Ya Arif, saya percaya Sharafana masih belum menjubahkan diri.
Oh, I see. Okay, please. Proceed to don the robe. Baiklah, I propose to say a few words of encouragement and advice. First of all, congratulations to all of you for having successfully been called to the bar. Congratulations, and I wish you a long and fruitful career at the bar. I would like just to take this opportunity to perhaps re-emphasize what it means to be an advocate and solicitor. As an advocate and solicitor, I'm sure you are all aware, you are now an officer of the court. What does that mean, you might ask? What is an officer of the court? It simply means that you owe the court certain duties as an advocate and solicitor. And as you are aware, the function of the court is to primarily dispense justice. To dispense justice not only justly, but also in an economical and efficient manner. So this is something that you will have to bear in mind. That means that it is your role to assist the court in ensuring that the court achieves its objectives. If that means turning up on time, then that is what you have to do. If it means assisting the court in undertaking research on the point of law, that is what you need to do. That obligation that you owe to the court overrides the duty that you owe to your client, save and except the duty of confidentiality to your client. Now, your duty to the court also extends to the obligation to put your arguments honestly before the court. And what do I mean honestly? It means that you have to be careful. Obviously, you will have to argue your case for your client, and you may make a point that is favorable to your client. But that does not mean that you can be intellectually dishonest when you are putting your arguments to the court. So, for example, it will not be open to you to quote a case that has been overruled. Or you should not quote from a dissenting judgment without explaining that to the court. And frequently, and this is something that I encounter from time to time, in written submissions, quotations are reproduced in submissions from judgments of the court, but without appreciating, perhaps, that what has been quoted was the argument of counsel that the judge had reproduced. So you just have to be aware that where you are putting a quote, that is in fact what the court had said, and not what the court said counsel for one of the parties said. You may inadvertently lead the court astray, but worse still, if you do it knowingly, then that would be a breach of duty to the court. When inputting arguments as a professional advisor to your client, you have the duty to present your case in a professional manner and dispassionately. You can be passionate about the law, you can be passionate about the cause of your client, but you have to be aware that you cannot invest personal emotions into the case that you are handling for your client, because it might affect your ability to evaluate the legal position and to explain to your clients the risk and benefits of the cause of action that you are seeking to pursue on his behalf. And when I say that you have to be dispassionate, it also means that you cannot overstep the bounds of decorum. So that means that when you are arguing a case, you have to do so courteously, politely, not only to the court, but also to your learned friends, to your opponents on the other side of the bar table. And in particular, and this has happened on more than one occasion in my court, you are not to argue with the court. If you are not happy with the decision of the court, then your recourse lies in appeal. Once again, I'd like to congratulate you, and I sincerely hope that you are able to have a long and fruitful career as an advocate and solicitor. Thank you very much. Jadi sesi hari ini kita sampai di sini saja. So I hope to see you in court, if not in person, then by way of electronic communications. Thank you very much.
Terima kasih.
Sama-sama.